top of that. All right, so here's where we are going to start. This is a little bit of a thought. I love these, what I call thought activities. I saw this photo and it made me think about something in historical sense. This photo is gorgeous to me. It is a beautiful picture, right? And when you think about what this picture is, um, and the time that this picture was taken, I have to tell you that it's really amazing to me. The year that this photo was taken, they said it was 1964. Well, that means a lot to me for various reasons. I'm not going to say why, but it was just interesting to see where these women were at this time. So it was a remarkable photo because at this moment in the lives of the royal family at that time, it was that many of the women who were in their family had all just had kids, all at kind of like around the same time. So we had the queen who was there, and she had, at that time, it was the younger son, Prince Edward. And then her sister Margaret was holding her son. And then you had Princess Alexandra holding their newborn, and the Duchess of Kent. All were holding their newborn babies. Isn't that remarkable? And so this picture was taken by the husband of Princess Margaret at that time. I can't. I think that's fantastic. So it's almost like it's an off the cuff photo, but it was a photo of the time. And so I threw this picture there and I said, that's really beautiful. It was speaking to a time when this was quality of a beautiful magazine cover about mothers, right? You would look at this and you would think, wow, what a way to uplift and to celebrate mothers. Like this is the ultimate Mother's Day photo, isn't it? I thought it was lovely. At the same time I thought about how lovely it was, I thought about the history. Like I said, the time, right? That time is significant, and what it meant to be a mother, how easy or how difficult it would be to be a mother at that time during this time period, and what your expectations were for yourself as the mother and your expectations for the children that you had. Because for me, actually, it would have been very easy for my own mother to have been in this photo holding a baby as well, right? This photo would have also encapsulated my mom. And so, they're dressed very elegantly, but of the day. Their hair is coiffed. They're smiling so lovingly, to their children. And you would have to think that reminiscing about this time period and reminiscing about this photo, that wow, what a beautiful time. And everyone looks so happy, don't they? But when we think about history, and that's why this is a casual question, does it repeat? When we think about history and we look at that photo, we then have to also read our history books and what was going on in all corners of the planet, in all corners of the globe. While pictured here, the royal family is at a remarkable height and celebrating and honoring mothers, their mothers. So we have things happening that stretch from the Vietnam War, civil unrest in India, Ireland versus the UK, and the US civil rights movement. And that's just to name a few. Then we have to also think about how difficult or how easy were these births, at this time. This is a period, at least in the United States, where you were practically, if you were in the hospitals and delivery was changing very quickly from the centered focus of having midwives come in and deliver your babies, it was rapidly changing to physicians in a cold hospital rather than your delivery being on your bed, at your bedside, at your home. And think about the risks involved in either one, right? That's not pictured here in this photo, but that was this time. So I thought I would start with that thought process going forward, because this is a photo and it's a picture and it's beautiful and it's indicating and celebrating some beautiful things. But just like in our present day, what would this actually mean? What is it actually saying? And does history repeat in many ways, right? Does it have a cycle? And are we in a portion of a cycle? And that, of course, does not subtract from the beauty of the photo or its sentiment. But in today, we have to look at this particular depiction of life, for example, in the royal family, and you have to place it against what was happening all over the world in real time that maybe did not look as wonderful and as soft and as um as what I would call clean and uh, pristine as this photo. So I just wanted to open with that thought and to casually pass that along, for those of you who might understand the significance here, and especially for me, the time period and how much of the happiness that's exuded for many of our parents during this time, they had to maintain that outlook in order to get through. And some of us will find that we are also experiencing a similar type of feeling. And it is an encouragement. I hope that it is an encouragement that these women pictured here made it to where they are, or to their end of life as well, right? In other words, we too can be encouraged